Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries. We are back out in the wilderness exploring. It's October. It's the best month for looking for Bigfoot. The Patterson footage was shot back in October of 1968. So it's when it seems like all the good action is happening, and hopefully we can come across something to, prove the existence of this thing. But I wanted to talk about something today. Native Americans, they've been encountering Sasquatch for thousands of years. This is true. There's a lot of tales, a lot of lore in the indigenous communities about these creatures, about them having interactions with them. Some unpleasant interactions too. Lots of stories about people going missing, indigenous women being taken from, camps, from their teepees, or children going missing. Then you have the legend of the Zunaqua. The Zunaqua is a wild woman type of cryptid, also known as the basket ogress. She would wear a woven basket on her back, and if a child was misbehaving, she would come, the Zunaqua would come and take the child and throw them in her basket and carry them off to cook them up and eat them. That is a legend. Is that just a tall tale to keep children behaved, or is it an actual thing? Maybe they they knew about Sasquatch, they knew about Bigfoot, so they made up a legend to scare the kids based on that. Back about a year ago now, I guess it would be, last August, me and Keenan from the Alberta Sasquatch organization, we were filming like a sizzle reel for a potential TV show, which is kind of, in limbo right now. But we were taken by one of the elders, like at Harrison Hot Springs. We were taken by one of the elders by boat to a certain area where there were these rock cliffs, and we were shown these old ancient rock paintings, like pictographs, and the one pictograph depicted a Sasquatch. These pictographs are apparently at least 3,000 years old. The guy said they could be as old as 7,000 years. That's what they believe. So if these pictographs are dated correctly, then the indigenous communities in British Columbia have been encountering this thing and depicting it in their mythology for at least 3,000 years, which is wild. I mean, there's probably many more things that existed back then that, existed alongside people, obviously. But it's just wild to think about that so close to modern times, multiple upright hominids were coexisting, and having interactions. It's so crazy. But I have a picture of the pictograph, but I can't share it because of non-disclosure reasons for that potential show. It's actually part of their everyday culture. It's Sasquatch, Sasket, whatever you want to call it. It's part of the culture there. It's so crazy. It's really hard to deny the existence of Sasquatch when you go to some of these places and you talk to the local people, especially the indigenous people, because to them it's just real. It's just real. But what is it? Flesh and blood or spiritual? We don't know. Both, probably. Humans are flesh and blood, but we also have a consciousness. We're also spiritual beings. To what level can they, incorporate that spirituality in their day-to-day lives is beyond me. I don't know. But we know people have a physical body. We also have a mind that cannot be really quantified, Your consciousness, all your thoughts, all your dreams. That's all energy. So people are not just flesh and blood. They got that spirit side too. We're almost supernatural in a way. So I think it's safe to assume Sasquatch is the same. And obviously the indigenous people were incredibly spiritual and in tune with nature. And that's probably why they would have regular interactions. And, the indigenous people weren't very destructive to the environment at all. They respected it. And then things changed when the settlers came, and we were probably perceived by everything in North America as a threat. So you have all these crazy stories from the north too, like the cannibal giants of the Northwest Territories and the Yukon, the Nahanni Valley, the Headless Valley, all those stories of people going missing and turning up without their heads. Man, these people have been seeing it for so long and having these experiences, but the average person, like the general public, thinks that Bigfoot is like a thing that came to be in like the 50s and 60s. No, it's like so much older than that. At least 3,000 years. I mean, it's probably people have been encountering it since people have been around. It's safe to assume. So that's all I wanted to talk about, is that there is evidence out there in the indigenous communities of them having interactions with these beings for thousands of years. Okay? So it kind of bothers me when people think of Bigfoot, they hear the word Bigfoot or Sasquatch, and they think it's just a joke. They think it's silly. But like, if you think Bigfoot and Sasquatch is silly and a joke, then you're kind of thinking that indigenous mythology is kind of a joke, you know? And that's something that's real to them, and real to the experiencers too, like modern day experiencers. They know it's real. But thanks for watching this video. We're back. Let's see if anything weird happens. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Mountain Beast Mysteries.